Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another new video. So as you have seen my thumbnail, I've got my Turkish visa through VFS Global very recently, and I applied for Turkish visa, and it almost took about 3 to 4 weeks to get my Turkish visa. In the middle, when I went to apply for Turkish visa, my documents were rejected. Again my documents were rejected, and finally my documents were approved despite of going through a lot of hassle in the process. And it is not, I would say, if the documents are proper, 100% exact, it is very simple to get Turkish visa. But even if one document is missing, or even if something small error is coming in your documentation, your application will not even be accepted. It will not even be sent to the consulate. So this is some of the things I'll share, some of the things that I faced during me applying through VFS Global. And like you've already seen my thumbnail, I got my Turkish visa just a few weeks back. And the step number one, I would say, is when you want to go to VFS Global, you have to book appointment through this particular portal called vfs.com, which I'm showing in my screen. So whichever visa you want to apply, let's say Schengen visa, Turkey visa, Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, Thailand, you have to go to that particular place and you have to book your appointment. So step number one is booking your appointment and taking the printout. For Thailand, there is a special exception because you don't need to book an appointment. You just can walk in between 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And the working hours for any visa in VFS Global is 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So if you try to go beyond 1 p.m., even the appointment slots are not there. So the step number one is booking your appointment through this website, and the step number two is going through the documentation properly and carrying the documentation. I'll just give you a small example. So let's say you're working in a private organization. For this example, let's say you're working in a very big MNC here in Bangalore, and your salary is, let's say, 1 lakh per month. So it's exactly 1 followed by the number of zeros, which makes 1 lakh, and it's 1 lakh per month. So in your pay slip, it says 100,001. So 1 lakh 1 rupee. And the same thing has to be there in your bank statement. So your bank statement is your salary account. Let's say your bank statement is in ICICI Bank, and you have got 1 lakh 1 rupee as your salary, and the same has to appear when you present your pay slips in the last 3 months in your bank statement. They'll cross verify these things and the date. If anything is missing, it's rejected. So they will straight away say, this is not good, this is rejected, please come back with the proper documentation. So there are so many people waiting in the queue, and if you book an appointment at 10 o'clock, you might get your chance at maybe at 11:30, because documents have to be verified so much, and people will start arguing, I've come with all the documents, why haven't you taken my documents? So it is very difficult for VFS folks also to consolidate everyone when they don't have proper documentation. So getting documents is very, very important when you're going to VFS for any visa. So if you need any help with documents for the countries I've made videos on, you can directly reach out to me on Instagram. I'll help you with those documentation, covering letter, whatever you require. But of course, it is chargeable, and I'm ready to spend my time and help you with the amount because it cannot be free of cost, because I'm spending my time in helping you guys. So if you're interested, ping me on Instagram. I've linked my Instagram ID in the description below. So step number 2 is carry proper documentation. And step number 3, when you're actually going to the VFS center, carry physical documentation. So let's say you have already booked appointment and you have a PDF on your phone, they're not going to accept. They're straight away going to say, get the printout or leave. So it is so well maintained and it's so straightforward that even if small documentation is missing, they're going to reject you and they're going to come back. And the biggest twist here is, let's say I'll give you Turkish visa example. To book an appointment through Turkish visa, it would take somewhere around 8 to 9,000 rupees as your VFS global fees. That is your consulate fees. The embassy fees and the visa fees is separate. So when you're going to VFS Global and when you're booking an appointment, let's say I went on Monday, and your application got rejected because there is improper documentation, and you have to reschedule your appointment. So if you don't reschedule on the same day, you will have to pay another 9,000 again. So let's say your application got rejected today, you want to reschedule it to next week, and if you do that tomorrow, you have to pay another 9,000 rupees. So you have to reschedule it on the same day, and if the portal is not working or if you're not able to access it, there is no help, because I already went to the customer service and I couldn't get any help on this. So I had to use a different method. I had to wait for the portal to come up, and I had to book it. But 99.9% the portal is always up. So this is the biggest twist on the documentation part in VFS Global. So when you complete step number 2, when let's say your documentation is perfect and you go through this, you don't have to worry about anything. There's 2 options when filling the application form. One is hold at location, another one is courier. So if you opt for a courier, you are going to get a courier like this. Or if you going to go to the location and collect your passport, like if I am staying in an apartment, so if you're staying in an apartment, there's high chances of people coming in courier and they might get confused, they might miss it and they might resend it back to the embassy. So I opted for hold at location. So when you do for hold at location, you'll have to keep following with the customer service, and once it's arrived, you have to get a covering letter with an ID proof to go collect your own passport along with visa stamped on your passport. That is going to be a sticker visa. So this entire process is I felt it is pretty easy if you know the VFS rules, and if you have already applied, or if your family members of anyone have gone and applied, it is pretty straightforward. But if you have not applied for it, it is a bit challenging, it's a bit tricky. This is the first time I went to VFS Global. In the 11 countries I've gone, I didn't have a requirement to go to VFS, but this time I had to go to VFS and I had to get my documents verified and to go get my visa. So in this, like, I had some difficulties, like I said, in terms of verifying my documents or verifying each and every detail in the documentation, verifying my legitimacy of my documentation, my pay slips, my employment letter, my ITR statement, everything has to be spot on. And if they find any discrepancy, they're going to reject it immediately. Like, I'll give you another small example. So if you're a couple going for a trip, and you will take one printout because your flight is, you will carry a single printout where both of your names are there in the printout, but it is going to be rejected because you have to carry two printouts, one for your spouse and one for you. So things like this, you will need a little bit of help. So if I go to YouTube and I searched, I couldn't find any proper video where everyone explained any documentation required, what you have to carry to VFS, how the process is. There is premium service, there is general service. What is premium service, what is general service? Nobody is going to explain you all these things. So when I went to YouTube, I couldn't find any proper information or proper way of explanation that I was expecting. So anyway, if you have any questions, I don't want to make this video too lengthy because a lot of people commented videos are a bit going too lengthy. So I don't want to waste too much time here. I just want to explain you the entire process on VFS Global, my experience. I shared my experience with you. So if you, like I said, if you need any help with appointment, VFS Global, which visa you're trying for, ping me on Instagram. I'll surely help you with all the documents you need. But again, it is going to be chargeable because I'm giving my time to you, and I'll tell you what is the charge depending upon what country and what documents you need. So ping me on Instagram. Again, before you ping me on Instagram, follow me and then ping me on Instagram because I'm not getting notified. So a lot of people have pinged me on Instagram without following me, and they've come to YouTube and said you're not replying on Instagram. It's very difficult to reply to everyone, and it's on top of that, if you're not following, I am not getting notified at all. So follow me and then ping me on Instagram. It will be easy for me to communicate. So I hope this video was helpful, and this is the entire process of VFS Global. I'm only speaking with regards to Bangalore because I stay in Bangalore, and I'm only talking about the VFS center, which is in Gopalan Mall, Bannerghatta Road. So I hope this video was helpful. If you need any information, like I said, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I'll catch you guys in my next video.